Like, if I had wasted 1 more seconds, this girl has literally gone. She stopped crying, was quiet, and was still very uneasy. More like I was just saying, Jesus help my baby, Jesus help my baby. Again, this girl became light in my hand, like there was no life. I'm Choba Vanessa. If you're new here, and I film about faith, lifestyle, vlog, and motherhood. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back. Please go ahead to hit that subscribe button if you've not done that, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. So yeah, let's dive into the video already. You guys, I'm going to be sharing this story because I feel like it's going to help new mothers. It's going to help singles that will be married and will be mothers someday. Why is it that nobody talks about new moms and all the trial and error? Like, we see a lot of things firsthand when we have our own children. I keep wondering that I've had friends that give birth, I've had parents, I've had aunts. So why am I just realizing that this is how motherhood looks like? I feel like we don't share this story enough, and today I'm going to be sharing my own story on the 2 times I almost lost my daughter. So when my daughter was as small as 3 months old, she started learning how to, turn her head from left to right while lying on her tummy. Normally, when I lie her down to sleep, I always lie her on her back, sometimes on her side. I think most times on her side, according to how my mother-in-law was, placing her then before I started having the strength to, carry her and all. So I was already used to, putting her on her side. When she started becoming a bit active, a bit, and I hear a lot of people say that, oh, put your baby on her tummy so that they can sleep longer and enjoy their sleep. My mom-in-law also said the same thing. Yeah, she even did it one time. Or she did it a couple of times when she was around. She stayed 1 month. So obviously she did that even before my baby turned 1 month and could not even move from left to right here. But that made my baby to sleep well and sound. And she even gave a disclaimer, "Bae, if your baby is going to sleep this way, make sure your eyes are there." And that's because she said it can result to choking. More like maybe the baby wants to bob, even after you bob the baby wants to bob again, and all of those things do. Oh my god. So yeah, she said the baby might choke. So you have to always watch, and baby is unstable, quickly carry the baby. And one thing they don't really tell us is that the first 1 to 3 months of your baby's life is delicate. Oh. See, small thing like this, the baby can just unalive. It's so though my baby was 3 months then, and then we have this movable cot that we carry to the sitting room. She had cots in the room, but we have this one that comes to the sitting room, especially when I'm outside. So on this day, I put her because she cries. I don't know. I had a crying baby. Yeah, she cries a lot. So on this day, I put her, belly down, more like her tummy was down. And just watching her, I realized that she started turning. And that kind of thing. Now, first time mom, you're seeing a milestone of your baby. Oh, she can move her head. Oh, my baby's growing. I think I was even telling my husband that Cora is not trying. She's trying to carry her head, like she's sleeping, and then she turns her head. She's gradually. She did it like once, twice. So that particular day, it was on a Sunday. I put her in the sitting room, and she was in her cot, lying down, of course, sleeping. And then I was in the kitchen. I think I was done cooking. I was serving. I was about to serve or something. So I came out to check on her. I check on her intermittently. So when I leave the sitting room to the kitchen, someone is always watching. I was in the kitchen and I told my living help to watch her. And by the time I was trying to dish food or so, I said, let me, I now kind of late. I think I went to meet my husband to ask him, hey, are you ready to eat or something? And then my help was telling me that, Cora Tondo. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Her head was here before. She moved like this. So in my mind, this girl is already mastering the art of, turning from here to suit herself while sleeping. And what was I thinking? I don't know. So I think I called her to come and take her food. I think that was it. I told her to come and take her food. And then she came to take her food. And I was also carrying the food that I dished for my husband to the room to give him. And I told her to sit in the parlor so that, again, she can put eye on my daughter. And she was like, oh, she turned again. I'm like, yeah, she turned while we were in the kitchen. So while we were in the kitchen, Cora, my daughter, had turned again. So in my mind, oh my God, this girl is turning. So she sat in the sitting room and I went straight to the room. What helped me that day was that I went straight to the room to drop my husband's food. I dropped it for him and I was coming out immediately. So there wasn't an episode where we had to gist or he had to tell me something or I had to tell him something. I'm just grateful for that because if not, I just dropped the food and the very second, I didn't waste time. Then I just dropped the food. I just coming back to the sitting room only to see my daughter struggling for breath. It was just God. Immediately I just came. Immediately I just came to the sitting room, my eyes straight, and that's actually how I've been though. Like I'm always cora cora cora. So my eyes straight went to this, and I saw her like this on the bed. Let's say this is the bed, like this. That's what she was doing. Her head was shaking, small, small. And my help was exactly opposite where my daughter was sleeping, exactly opposite. But that kind of thing happens within a blink. Remember, I told you I just went to the room. I didn't stay up to 1 minute. But imagine when a baby has to hold her breath for 1 minute, the baby will die now. Like as an adult, you train yourself to hold your breath, but can you really hold your breath for 60 seconds? Let alone a baby. Can a baby even hold her breath for 10 seconds? So that's how very fast it was. Immediately I came out, I saw her. I didn't even have time to look at my help, but I knew that she was bent. Like maybe that was even the period she just bent to like take one spoon to eat because she was eating. You see, run. I just ran. Ah, God again, thank you. I jacked my baby up. I jacked my baby up. So you know that this girl, God, thank you, Jesus. I jacked her up. Man, I could tell that this girl was already weak. Immediately I jacked her up like this, in fear again. You see, small baby with small nose. You see her nose just did like this. Like, you could tell that she just had to like, I saw it. I was shaking. I was shaking. This girl could not cry. And the way I'm explaining it, there's no how you understand. You cannot understand. Like the way I'm explaining it doesn't look like something you can understand. This girl has literally, if I had wasted 1 more seconds, this girl has literally gone. She has gone. Mothers, if you've not heard this before, I'm telling you, I will tell you. Don't put your baby that has not comfortably learned how to turn from side to side to sleep on their tummy without your presence. And don't even assume that they are now pros. Now, my baby, as I'm making this video, my baby is in the room. She's sleeping, of course, like this. Maybe she would have turned because that one used to turn anyhow. But she's an expert, like a whole 16 months old, 1 year and 4 months. Like she's an expert. But till she turned, I think 9 months. I think 9 months. That was when she was rolling effortlessly on the bed, like from here to here. I think till she turned 9 months, I wasn't still convinced to leave her alone, sleeping that way. But these days, even if I put her to the side, she will return. She's not like looking for her own best position. But 3 months old, this girl would have gone. So please, mothers, try. Anytime I remember about this, I'm like, even when I told my husband, he could not say anything. We were just looking. Even my help, I'm sure she would have never forgiven herself. She was telling me that, God, thank God, oh, thank God, oh, thank God. What would she have done? She would just leave the house now and she said, she'd be wondering that, where will I start? Hey, God. God, it was just God. Till today, I still give all praises to God. It wasn't my speed. It wasn't my alertness. It wasn't Because I could as well just leave the room straight to the kitchen to go pick up my own food. Because of course I also wanted to eat. Yeah. Ah, if I had wasted one more seconds, I promise you. Because when I jacked her up, she was without strength. Like she was like, ah, thank you, Jesus. I'm happy now that I can tell it as a story because how would I have said I gave birth 3 months ago and I lost my daughter? I gave birth and I lost my daughter at 3 months. God forbid, it's not going to be my lips, not going to be my mouth at all. Ha! You know that thing when they say that with new moms, when they give birth to their children, they usually go and check their baby. Is she still breathing? That thing is real, oh, it's real. And maybe because of what we've heard or stories and all of that, because there's this thing called sudden infant death syndrome. Yeah. Do you know if my daughter had passed away that way? Yeah, maybe after she couldn't breathe again and she now falls off like this. Maybe if I had come back there in few minutes and I see her just like this, I would have not been able to tell what killed her till today. I would have not been able to tell. So when they say babies just die, you just see that they've died. Something had happened, and because they're so delicate, we can't tell. And that's why the professionals, the doctors, they call it sudden infant death syndrome, SID. Because number one, your baby cannot talk, your baby cannot express nothing, nothing, nothing. I think that's one of the reasons why till today I still dread taking my child to daycare. Or I mean, I give people that do that applaud because I'm like, can I do that? I'm not sure. My daughter is currently 16 months old, and I mean, in Nigeria where we are, September is always like a new session, and so I'm supposed to take her to school in September, which I think I will. But sometimes I still think about it that if this girl has not known how to talk very well and express herself, I'm not going to do that too. Eh, eh. No wonder the whites say school starts by age 3 because by that age 3, their mouths would have been sharp. And I'm like, okay, I even told my husband that I'm going to take my daughter to school at 3 years. That was then, Sha. And he was like, oh, no problem. It's fine. My husband doesn't have, my husband even likes me. Let's not go there, Sha. On another thought, I said I'll take her when she's ready. And by my own ready, I mean she can express herself, at least to be able to tell me, "Hey, this person pinched me in class today. My teacher ate my food today. I don't want to go to that school today because of this." Like at least a bit of expression because I still find it very scary to drop my child. My child now cannot talk. Like she just makes words that only me can understand and all of us at home. So she cannot really put words together. She's just 16 months old. I want to take her to school and I can't tell. She's crying. I can't tell why she's crying. She's all fussy. I can't tell why this is happening. She comes back home sick. I can't tell why she's sick. I can't, I don't know, but maybe if I have my second child, I'll be now be more relaxed. But for now, girl, you're gonna stay in this house with me till you can talk. Till you're ready for school. And if you want to show me that you're ready for school, be able to express yourself. Let me just quickly tell you the second time where my daughter experienced this near death. She was 6 months then, and we had started solid. We started introducing her to solid, yeah. And that day, again, new moms, we're trying out everything, everything, everything. That day, I tried out avocado. I was going to blend it, yeah. But again, I did not, I don't know, there was no light, I guess. So I couldn't blend. And so I said, okay, since I cannot blend, let me mash. I have a masher. That is even her own, dedicated to her. I bought it specifically for her. I meshed. And before then, I started eating pap. Let me quickly add that so it doesn't look like this is the first time I'm giving her this. I'm giving her something apart from breast milk. So I meshed the avocado. I meshed it well. And I started giving her. She was struggling, like, that kind of, how baby rejects food now. And again, probably our first time. But I made very little, like, let's introduce this to you. It wasn't thick, it was just, a good blend. All of a sudden, she started coughing. Now, I don't know whether it was the cough that made her to choke or it was the food itself that choked her. I don't know exactly what choked her. Hey, God. The devil is a liar. Oh. At first I was thinking like, yeah, are you doing this so that you not eat? But she was like, oh. No, she was crying. She was crying like, and then she stopped crying and started acting like she's choking. She stopped crying, was quiet, and was still very uneasy. More like, hey, Jesus, you guys need to see me. I was vibrating. Before I continue, women, mothers, new or unnew, please go and read on how to handle a baby choking. Because me, I did not, if not for God, I was the position she was in, she would have gone. Again, my help was there, and she was even the one telling me what I was saying because me, I was just saying, Jesus help my baby, Jesus help my baby, Jesus. I was repeating it, Jesus help my baby, Jesus help my baby. And she now that same scenario that played when she was 3 months played again. This girl became light in my hand, like there was no life. Like, Jesus help my baby. She just coughed out one kind of cough like this. That's how I just pack until today. I still dread avocado. That's I still dread it. If you have a child that does not choke like that, be thanking yourself. Oh. My daughter even chokes on water. Like she acts like she chokes on water. I even researched on it and then I was told why babies would choke on water. But then I see a lot of babies like this that they've started introducing to solid. If you see them drinking their water, they might even take one spoon of food, take sip their water, one spoon. My child will not take water till she's done eating and the food goes down to a certain level. Because once she just sips small like this, she will cough. Once she cough, she will start doing like as if the water has entered the wrong place. Before you know it, she will throw up all the food she has eaten. You guys, I saw Shege. It was until she turned 1 year. I didn't even know how come. She started struggling with drinking water. She now loved drinking water. Like I had to change her bottle from the small bottle to now a big bottle. She can take how many of those bottles in a day right now. She now drinks water like a lot. Then I did my research again to know the quantity of water a baby needs, a baby of less than 1 year needs. And I saw that it was actually very little as long as you are still breastfeeding. I'm like, okay, you don't like water. Okay, the little you're taking is fine. No problem. No problem. Like, I had to just leave it that way for her. Like, I really had to leave it that way. So, till today, I still dread avocado with all my heart. Like, what was the issue? What was the issue? You guys, I hope you learned a thing or two. See, even up till now, I still cover my baby. Please cover your baby because you don't know the small thing that bagam. You don't know the small thing that will just happen. Your baby, it will never be my portion or anybody's portion or any even my enemy. It's not easy for you to go through that process of childbirth, child pregnancy, childbirth, and all of a sudden you lose your baby because in all of these instances, I might as well have never forgiven myself here. And I've been saying, if I had known, I'd have not given her the avocado. If I had known, I'd have not laid her like this. You not start blaming yourself on what maybe every other person have done and nothing happened. Then for your own case, you probably might not forget about it or something. But I've never had to put this story out before and I've not told anybody. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I don't know. Have you had that kind of experience before? And how did you cope with it? How were you able to, survive? Like, how did you snap out of it? Do you have anybody that faced this challenge before? Please drop in the comment section. Let me know. And how delicate has it been to, raise a child of less than a year old? I want to know in the comment section because babies, they are all wired in their own different ways. Like, they are. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way next time. Bye bye.